So with Switch 2 having a lot of leaks this week instead of a presentation, I feel like it's time where I like talk about like what it looks like. All right, I have like pictures showed up right here, and we have so many things to talk about. I just want to get this on my test. It's not going to be scripted, clearly. I don't have a script. I'm just going to be rambling. So let's start with the actual design of the Switch 2. It's I like it. I think it's coming from let's start from where it comes from. It's coming from I think a Chinese factory place or whatever. I think that's where it's coming from. We had rumors before, like I think a day before this all info came out, that the name was going to be actually called Switch 2, which let's go over the name first, right? Switch 2 as a name, I didn't really like at first. I feel like Super Switch was right there, you know? But now that I think about it, I'm hearing arguments for why Switch 2 is a good name. I understand it, and here's why I understand it. With today, we have the PS5 Pro and the PS4 Pro, and on all these like pro models of consoles that are just stronger consoles. And that's all they are. They're not sequels, because the PS5 Pro isn't a sequel. It's a pro model. It's the same model but upgraded, you know? And you can make the argument that that's what Switch 2 basically is, but like this is literally going to be the next generation of Nintendo consoles, you know? This is going to be the next 10 years of Nintendo. So they're not going to have like a name where it sounds like just an upgrade from the Switch, because if it's just an upgrade from the Switch with no new games on it, then what's the point of buying it? You know what I mean? There'll be no point in buying a Switch 2 if it's just like a pro model, because like why would I spend the money? I already have the OLED. Why would I buy this, you know? I'm talking from like a casual perspective, right? Calling it a Switch 2, on the other hand, you can clearly know it's a sequel. It is there is no way you can mistake it for anything else. Switch 2 in the name is a Switch 2. It is a sequel. Very clearly as a sequel. So that's why I think Switch 2, even though I don't like particularly care for it because I don't think it's really original, I feel like it makes a lot of sense. And I think being safe is definitely what you need with this console, because like the looks of this console, you're gonna need to call it Switch 2, because this bad boy looks almost like, not identical, but it really does look like a Switch. Yeah, I said it before, I made the comparison before to my friends, but I always said that if the Switch was a Super Saiyan, like going Dragon Ball Z analogy, if a Switch is a Super Saiyan, then the Switch 2 is a Super Saiyan 2, as in it's technically better, it's technically stronger, has more features, whatever, but at the end of the day, it is still a Switch, but it's just better in every single way. It's literally, it's way better. It has a little new gimmick with magnetic Joy-Cons, which we'll get into, but like, let's go over the design now, right? The design is actually not that bad. It is significantly big. Well, not significantly bigger, but it is noticeably bigger than the Switch. And I'm okay. I love that, actually, because I think my Switch right now, the one I have, that's a 2017 model, by the way, it's okay. Because I have big hands, so I'm not really like, you know, it's not really comfortable. It's all right. I don't think it's uncomfortable, to say the least. I just think having a 6-inch screen is kind of like, you know, I would prefer something bigger, right? But with the Switch 2 being this size with an 8-inch screen, especially with like modern screen technology, this is not like 2015 screens, LCD screens. This is going to be like a 2022 screen. It's way more advanced than the 2015 screen ever will be, right? So that's why I'm excited for like the size. The size could be amazing. It's like a slightly under a Steam Deck, but it's noticeably bigger than a Switch, and that's all I need. All right, all I need. The top of the console has an extra USB-C port, which I saw, like, we're seeing right now from a YouTube video from a Chinese. I think she's she has like information about the Switch too, and I'm assuming they're real. We're just gonna assume that they're real. I don't have the full story. Should I be looking for full story? Maybe. I'll have the video linked in the description. But I think she's credible enough. She basically said that the USB-C port that's on the top of the console is for the camera feature. And that's what the button for, the second button on the Joy-Con is for. If you don't know, there's on the right Joy-Con, there's a second button under the home screen. And apparently that's supposed to be a camera button. And there's going to be a little accessory that plugs into the top USB-C port. And that's how you take pictures and shit. I'm okay with the camera feature. I always wanted to have a camera feature. I feel like the one thing I needed a Switch 2 to have would be camera features, and I think it's perfect. But like, that is the strangest, like an external camera device. That's how you're gonna do it. I mean, okay, man, but like, all right, man. But I gotta see how it plays out. But okay, they kept the headphone jack in 2024. Like, why would you keep the headphone jack? Who uses a headphone jack? Everyone has. No, I have. Why would you keep a head? Never mind. That could have been a stylus or something. That could have been used for a stylus, whatever. But whatever, fine, whatever. My bad. The back of the console, this kickstand is an OLED kickstand. Straight up, just an OLED kickstand. Which to OLED people, it's gonna be who have OLEDs before. It's not gonna be like anything special. But for me, who had a Switch since 2017, the original Switch, not the version 2. This is gonna be peak. This is amazing. I love this upgrade. It's gonna be amazing. I'll tell you what, man. All right, let's get to the big deal. The Joy-Cons. Okay, they are magnetic, and when I first heard this news, I was so skeptical. I was like, how is this gonna work? How are the magnets gonna connect to the console? That doesn't make any sense. How are they gonna do it? It's gonna fall right out. I'm an idiot. It's gonna lock in, obviously, and there's a release button, and the release button is humongous. It's like a gigantic release button. It's like huge. It's kind of concerning because what if I like accidentally press it? I'm assuming the button's gonna be like hard to like push in, so it won't have an accidental like push, and then you like fall. Your Joy-Con will like fall off, and then you'll break your console, whatever, and you gotta pay like $300, $400 again. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it is a big ass release button, which is funny. The general Joy-Con design is a lot bigger. Makes sense why it's bigger, because the console is bigger. And I never really I think they're having magnetic Joy-Cons because people are having a problem with the rails. I never had a problem with the rails. I thought they were fine. The only problem I really had was the fact that the paint was scratching the Joy-Con on my original Joy-Con set that I had. So I guess that's a problem, but other than that, I don't think it's a big deal. And actually, looking at these photos, the 3D model photos, the second button, I can make out a C, so it actually might genuinely be a camera button. So that video that I'll have linked in below, that person actually might have like actual legit like info. So that's good to know. The 3D models aren't like the big thing, because like anyone can make a 3D model. Like, let's be honest, anyone can make that. It's the real life photos that get me to be like, yeah, this is real. This is 100% real. The Joy-Con. Let's go with the Joy-Con photos, right? These look good. These look good. The SL and SR buttons, I heard they're going to be bigger. I didn't know they were going to be this big. I didn't know they were going to be this big. It's going to be playing games on like a single Joy-Con way easier. And in the middle, it seems to have like a little locking feature, which is how I'm assuming is actually going to lock into the console, which is, good. And then you have the other picture that's real, which shows everything, right? It shows the actual console, it shows the internals, and it shows the Joy-Con shells. And I gotta say, this is the part that makes me think that, yeah, this is 100% real. I've seen people who are experts being like, yeah, no, this is actually look official, like the circuit board and everything, the I don't know the technical term, but this does look official, and I'm like, okay. I mean, yeah, this does look official. This is extremely, extremely hard to fake. Like you don't understand how much effort, like how much time it will take for a random person to make this. This is official. To talk about it a little more, the little black case is for the battery, and that battery is going to be huge, which it has to be if it's going to be the power of a PS4 Pro and a handheld, which, you know, I'm surprised. Let's go into a little bit of hardware for a second with the power. It's supposedly going to be between roughly a PS4 Pro and Xbox Series S, which, okay, my bad, Nintendo. I didn't know you were like that. This means this means the power of a Switch 2, you can play like most games that are coming out this generation on a Switch 2. Because think about it, every game as third party is coming to an Xbox Series S, like Sparking Zero, GTA 6, you know, those games are coming to the Xbox Series S, and the Switch 2 is near that level of power. And we see leaks, I see rumors that it's actually like has more RAM than an Xbox Series S. The Switch 2 should be able to run GTA 6 and Sparking Zero. Do I think it will be like, I think they'll have to like optimize it naturally, because like gotta take care of like, I feel I gotta like think about the battery life and like all that jazz. You can't like have it be a full, like you can't change it at all. You gotta like optimize it for like, you know, take care of the battery, like the portable mode and stuff. But you could like generally get like big high level third party games onto a Switch 2, which is gonna be exciting. Playing Sparking Zero on a Switch 2 is peak, bro. Peak on peak on peak. Oh man. And I think that's about it. I think that covers all the info on what the design is gonna be and all that. I mean, I'm kind of excited. I do think this is gonna be. I obviously think these are real. These are 100% real. The specs and everything, the concept of the console, what it looks like, the camera feature being external is going to be interesting. I can't wait to see how that works and what will be used for. I'm just happy to have a camera feature, to be honest. It might be actually, that is going to be interesting, because I always wanted to have a camera feature, you know. So yeah, I'll see how it looks. One more thing. That video talking about, like, you know, the Switch 2 and all that, she did actually say it was going to happen in October, which is my guess. So that's cool. That's great. But I'll link the video again for the third time. I'll link the video in the description below if you want to watch it yourself. These leaks have made me a lot more hyped for this console. Like, sure, we didn't get a reveal trailer this week. People were saying we were gonna get one this week or this month, and clearly that's not gonna happen. They're clearly gonna focus on Echoes of Wisdom and whatnot. I think these are real. I'm excited for this hardware. I'm excited for the Switch 2. I'm excited for the camera feature. I'm excited for the graphics, what it's gonna look like, 4K TV mode. Oh, the next 10 years of Nintendo, hopefully, maybe. DLSS, yeah, all of that jazz. It's gonna be. But the boy thing I'm excited for the most, bro, is the the games. The next 3D Mario game. I'm gonna talk about that later. I might want to talk about what I want to see on 3D Mario game. Oh man, they have to be cooking on that Mario game, bro. It's been like 7 to 8 years since the last one. We gotta see that new Mario game. I'm gonna be there day one. It has to be a launch title. I'm talking too much. But anyway, I think that's my opinion on the Switch 2 leaks. I think it looks fine. I think it looks cool. I wonder what you guys' thoughts are. Yeah, I think it's gonna look cool. I think it's gonna look cool. I can't wait for the reveal, whatnot, when it comes out. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I guess I'll record something if we get something new leaks or whatever. But yeah, apart from that, I think that's all I gotta talk about. Yeah.